Hi and welcome to the Grammar Goat English Academy quiz. Test your English skills with my interactive quiz. If you learn something from the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. You can also click on the bell for notifications of future videos. A note. My quiz today is the most difficult ever with C2 level grammar. Okay, are you ready? Let's start the quiz. My quiz has 5 rounds. Round 1, the grammar round. Lots of students have messaged me to say they want a difficult quiz this week. I am a kind teacher, so I've made the grammar round C2 level, my most difficult ever. Round 2 is vocabulary. Round 3, spelling. Round 4, pronunciation. And round 5, my favourite, prepositions. Each round has a maximum of 5 points, which means the quiz total is 25 points. Are you ready? Let's start with the grammar round. A very difficult C2 level grammar round this week. Let's start with question number 1. If I'd known, I would called you. 3 seconds to choose the answer. If I'd known, I would have called you. 2. We wouldn't been late if we'd taken a taxi. 3 seconds. We wouldn't have been late. 3. If I known you were coming, I would have cooked dinner. 3 seconds. If I had known you were coming, I would have cooked dinner. 4. If had the money, I would have lent it to you. If I'd had the money. Here we have 2 hads together. This is because have or had in its past form can be an auxiliary verb and a main verb. So it's possible to have had. Last one. I told you it was difficult. If it been a nice day, we would have gone to the beach. Had. If it had been a nice day. Wow, how did you do? How many points did you score? Let's have a quick look at this grammar. All of the sentences had one thing in common. They were all about hypothetical situations in past time. We call this pattern the third conditional. Have a look at it. It's probably the most difficult grammar pattern in English language. Remember, if you've learned something from my video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. Let's continue. Say what you see. It's a sponge. What is it? It's a mop. What is it? It's a bucket. What is it? It's a broom. What is it? The last one. It's a toilet brush. How did you do in the vocabulary round? How many points did you score? Let's move on to round 3, the spelling round. I will say a word and you have to spell it. Are you ready? Number 1, spell gibberish. Gibberish. Here is the answer. Check. Gibberish means nonsense, words that it's impossible to understand. Babies often speak gibberish when they're very, very young. Okay, number 2. Spell ingenious. Ingenious. Check. Ingenious. Very, very clever. An ingenious idea. A very, very clever idea. Number 3 now. Spell handkerchief. Handkerchief. Let's check. Handkerchief. A piece of material that you blow or wipe your nose on. Did you get it correct? How are you doing in the spelling round? Let's move on to question number 4. Spell liaise. Liaise. Are you ready? Let's check. Liaise. Liaise means to communicate with someone. In my job, I liaise with many different people. Did you get the spelling correct? It was a tricky one. Spell liquefy. Liquefy. Are you ready? Let's check. Liquefy, to turn something into a liquid. Okay, that's the end of the spelling round. How many points did you score? Let's move on to the pronunciation round. Look at the word on the screen. How do you say it? How do you pronounce it? Number 1. How do you say it? Draft. Draft. A draft is a flow of air. For example, in the room there is a gap under the door. So there is a draft. Air coming in the room under the door. Number 2. How do you say it? Brewery. Brewery. A brewery is a place where they make beer. Next, how do you say it? Callous. Callous. Callous is an adjective. It means cruel or very unkind. She made callous comments about me. It means she said something very cruel or unkind about me. Okay, did you get the pronunciation though? You need the pronunciation for the point. Next, how do you say it? Chaos. Chaos. Okay, and the last one, number 5. How do you say it? Faux pas. Faux pas. Faux pas is a French word that we use in English. If you translate it literally, it means false step. It means an act or doing something that is embarrassing or inappropriate, a faux pas. Did you get the pronunciation? How many points do you have? Is my quiz too difficult for you this week? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, it's time now for round 5, my personal favourite round. Prepositions. Look at the gap. What is the missing preposition? Number 1. He's interested. Physics. In. Be interested in something. The milkshake is rich. Protein. In. Be rich in something. 3. He is dressed his best suit. In. Be dressed in something. Next. They are very much love. In. Be in love. The last question of the quiz, number 5. They are fluent Polish. In. Be fluent in something. Okay, that is the end of my quiz. It's time for you to total up all of your scores. Remember, the maximum score for the quiz is 25 points. Please let me know your scores in the comments. And remember, if you've learned something from my quiz, like the video and subscribe to my channel. You can also click on the bell for notifications of future lessons. Okay, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.